Alright, let's win some chess games today. There we go. Is this microphone working? It looks like it is. Okay, so I'm going to 1600 to show you how I got there in the first place. Okay, wow. That's an interesting move. Literally no one's ever played that one against me. I think I can just... that's interesting, because if I go... and he takes en passant, then I take with the queen, I guess, right? See if he does that. Okay, now we just enter in the advanced Caro-Kann, I think it is. Kinda... not really, but... take this. I'm waiting for him to pull out a knight, and I can park my bishop right behind it, and I can develop for free to a good square, pin the knight. He breaks the pin immediately, I take immediately, defend this pawn, because then I want to go queen there. Because if I do that now, I would have been hanging this pawn. That's not ideal. Could have done one that back, but I don't know. Then the bishop, then the bishop might be taking that, and just don't really want to engage in that mess. I'm anticipating he's gonna go that. It's the only way to defend it, right? Interesting move. That's just a pawn, right? Now I'm threatening a fork here. Okay, he saw that. Now I can still fork. Then if he takes, I get my rook in the back rank. Okay, he plays knight there. I do not want any knight hops in the future. That knight hop is always annoying, because then there's check, it's a fork, it's just bad. Okay, perfect. Now I can play that as well. Just develop my pawns with tempo, I guess. I want to go for that pawn, so I'm gonna go there, there, then I attack it twice. Up. That's one attacker. So we're gonna add a defender, add another attacker. Now he might play this or this. Oh no, he cannot play this, because I will take. Okay, so that's just another pawn then. Gonna take with... what's the best knight to take here with? This knight is defended. This knight is loose. And it's kind of trapping my bishop in. So let me just take with that pawn. Next I want to play there. Oh, I shouldn't play there. Yeah, that's annoying. Let's see if this wants to go. Oh, I think that's a free freaking knight, right? I should have played that last move. Yeah, because now that's just a rook. Unless he can check like that and he wins it back, but he can't. Yeah, he resigns. Okay, good game. That was pretty clean. But of course I'm expected that I will be winning these games here, because I'm actually 1600. Okay, here I always play Trompowski, so that means I played that and the bishop out. And I find this really a good opening to just end up in solid middle game positions. Play this. Like Fianchetto both bishops, which is actually very strong. Here I like to take that knight. So I'm trading off my dark square bishop, and I put all my pawns on dark squares. So I'm just gonna continue my development here. I want to get this rook off this file as soon as possible, off this diagonal. Because if a bunch of trades happen here, all of a sudden in the end of the day my rook is loose, and I hate that. Who doesn't? I think here I'm gonna Fianchetto as well. Why not? It could be the wrong way to go, but oh, that's tricky. No, it's not. It's not. Oh, it's a little bit, because I cannot take with the knight, because the bishop will take. So I need to take here. Now he can check. That's a bit annoying. So I did get myself in a bit of trouble. Okay, he allows me to castle. It's very kind of him. If check, I would have played knight here, defend this pawn. I think it would have been all good. This gives both of us an isolated pawn in the center, right? This is where I need to start really using my brain. I just wanted to castle, which is done now. I want to take this diagonal next. Okay, so if takes, then I have 2 defenders on this pawn. He only has 1 attacker. I only have 1 attacker on his pawn. He has 2 defenders. It's a bit awkward to add attackers. Don't know if that's what I want. Important decisions to be made here. The following pawn exchanges are just gonna be deciding what the direction of the game is. Opening this up will give our, but it's kind for the same, right? We both have our bishops here, so if we open this diagonal, it will be for both of us. Take. Can also just defend my pawn. Wait for him to take, but then I have this pawn island in the center. I don't know if I want that. I'm gonna decide to take. And then I'm gonna defend my, take the open file. Rooks like to have the open files, right? Actually, now I realize it probably wasn't the best move for me to open the center up with the pawns like this. I should have probably did this. It's not really super open yet, but this bishop feels strong. And I gave up my dark square bishop in the beginning, but now my pawn structure is not solid anymore. So that rule of giving up the bishop didn't really bring me far in that case. I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling that one. It's just gonna move the knight and he will then have 2 defenders on the pawn. This could also be an idea, actually. Gives me a strong knight, blunts off his bishop, and if he decides, yeah, I thought that. I'm gonna try to keep an active position, right? Why should I move the queen back? The best moves are always on the opponent's side of the board. Just need to make sure I don't fall for any tactics. For example, if the queen was here and I had a rook here, then he could now move that, boom, and I'm screwed. I'm literally skewered. Yeah, so he's attacking me there. That's fine, I can just go back. Now that's a strong square for his knight. I can kick it out immediately though. And he doesn't get tempo on my queen there. Now this will be an unprotected king on the same line with his queen. I'm gonna... Yeah, because if I go back there, then the rook is just gonna come right, and everywhere else I just die. Yeah, that should be the... Okay. See, here I have to be careful for these shenanigans. I'm gonna play it, screw it. I wanna bring my knight in, I wanna activate my bishop. I got 3 attackers here. Okay, he decides to take. I'm gonna take with the rook, because he doesn't have a dark square bishop anymore to now... yeah, so that could have been a fork. See, I should be careful for that. If I had a rook here, I would have been cooked. It's a bit awkward. What if takes? Oh, but then takes. Oh, hell nah! There doesn't work. Well, I need to go back there. I'm afraid I need to go back here and then bring in the rook and try to invade later. I'm gonna kick out that pony in a second because that's really annoying. Oof, very dangerous move. Very strong move of him. I think here I just need to make sure that wherever I move, I don't give him tempo on my queen, which is exactly what I do by moving there, because then he can move there and sack. Because if I dare to touch it, he can take mine. So wait a second, move there, step here, chop his head off, takes mine, but that's 2 pieces for 1. I don't mind that actually. Ah, but this will be hanging though. Ah, come on, he's playing... Oh, but wait a second, why am I panicking? I can't just chop it off. That was an annoying bishop anyway. I can just chop his head off. And I think after here, the knight has to go there. That will be another pawn. Wherever the knight hops now, we'll have a pawn here. I'm finally gonna start developing a lead now, I think. Luckily this pawn is covered. This pawn is weak. Beautiful. Oh, he does defend the pawn well. He does that well. And from there, where can he go? Not there. Not there. It's a good defensive hop. What else is there to say about it? Should I make my hop for an invade? Or I can just invade straight away here. That's a bit awkward, right? Because I want two rooks on the same file to get ultimate control. Well, I could go there and there. It's gonna come down. That's two moves. But this in one move immediately takes control. It's kind of attractive. But there I immediately hit. I don't really hit the pawn because the queen's there. Let me go here. I'm taking a lot of time as well. This knight is gonna be busy defending this pawn now, which I guess it's not a great use of its time. Oh, I could have played here. Immediately threaten the pawn. Right, but I can still do that now. He's probably tempted to play this. Ooh, this is strong. Oh, it's not really strong. In the end, I will still gain a pawn. Okay, he finds a defender. Wow. Surely after I go there, he cannot add another defender. But where is this pony gonna go? The pony is still rest in peace. It's not. The pony is just dead as fuck in that corner. So that should win me this center pawn, right? He cannot add another defender here. Just a slow and steady. Oh, he does do well. Of course, I removed the defender of that pawn, that square there. By moving this queen, I allowed the knight to hop here. See, there's always more tricks in the book. I should have moved queen there. I would have threatened these pawns at the same time. Okay. Anyway, let's just focus on what if I just go. Oh, I could have not gone queen there because my queen was there. Okay, where? No, well, he wants to go there, right? What if I go there? Then this pawn is hanging. So I actually need to go there. But then where is he gonna go? Nowhere interesting, I think. I don't see anything. So now my bishop is strong. And if I can keep his knight out of the game in the sides, then I should be doing well. So he's threatening that pawn. I don't want to give him that pawn. And I'm still threatening to take this pawn. You can't add a defender. Now the pawn is gone. Oh, he can't take this pawn. Man, I'm freaking hanging pawns myself. Oh well. Takes. I will take this with tempo. Hit the queen. Then I can just move on there. But I'm gonna have to see where the queen moves really. But okay, so he did play that move. Oh, now this back rank is not an issue anymore. Take this with tempo on the queen, surely. I'm looking for some tactics, but I'm not really seeing them. Okay, interesting stuff now. Check takes. That's not mate, right? I don't think he has anything though. Wow, complex position, and I'm low on time. Part of me wants to just play bishop there. But then this pawn comes. What is the threat here? Check, take, check. But it's actually not a threat. I think I can even actually... No, I was going to say move there, but I can't because check and fork. I need to defend this back rank. I think I can attack the knight straight away from here. That seems solid. I don't think there's a mistake there. There's nothing. This. Well, it threatens the bishop, but not really, I guess. It's a strange move, this one. I can't take it because then take check. Ah, but wait, if this, I can play this, right? I'm gonna deal with that when it comes. It is an interesting move. I want to push this pawn and take his attention off this and win these pawns here ideally as well. Now his pony is under pressure. This makes the pony very inactive. I think he's considering, okay, he does go there. He does go there. Now I need to go here and move this pawn in, I think. Need to play relatively fast. This is still no back rank threat because my bishop is here. This is why I think they call this one of the strongest defenses in chess. When you play the bishop in like this and like that. Doesn't mean it's the best, obviously. There is always counter ideas and stuff, but it's just a strong defense. Okay, passed pawns must be pushed. Respect the chess principles. I need to really play fast. This knight is dead. That's great. It cannot come back in the game without dying, and I'm gonna keep it that way. My queen's gonna be glued there. Okay, I think passed pawns must be pushed, right? I'm not scared of this. I'm not scared of this. Queen is solid. Oh, he does threaten that pawn. Passed pawns must be pushed, right? He doesn't have any checks there. Oh, he hung a knight. Brother, that's just a knight. So in that case, the passed pawns don't have to be pushed. I'm 4 up. This is GG. Attack this pawn, this is defended. Now I'm gonna win these pawns. This doesn't do anything, my bishop will sink. Okay, I'm just gonna push. If he thinks he's gonna be fast enough, now he's too slow. Ah, he could still save it, of course. Going there. That's just the GG. Might take this. Gotta take this. I try and defend that, but he can't. Yeah, it's over. And now the king is banned from this side of the board for the rest of the game. The king will be stuck here in his cage because the rook is just blocking this line. So now the king can only try to go to the rook, but the rook can just endlessly doing that, so he should really resign. So he just can only look how I'm gonna promote pawns. I can even feed the rook now, but I just make it annoying by doing that. Don't even need that rook at this stage. He just keeps trying. I don't know what he's trying to get from this, but I can just go there. Just feed him the rook. He doesn't even want to take it. He takes it now. Just making 3 queens because I can. Can he go somewhere if I go there? Yeah, it's check with this queen. Just make 3 queens because I can. How much checks does it take? Is that mate? No. Surely he's gonna be boxed in. That should be mate. That's mate, right? Because currently this is all blocked by these 2 queens. This is all blocked. This is blocked. So if I now go here, that's mate, right? There we go. Okay, nice game. That should be a wrap.